defend. He's an all-dimensional player.
Spiller's ready to jump center. He wins the tip over Matt Mayock. And the 119th season of Wake Forest men's basketball is underway.
You'll see a lot of man-to-man out of American. Wake Forest will be patient, but they're also going to look for the quick, good jump shot.
Nate Calmese, the transfer from Washington State. He's going to be the point guard trying to run the show. This is Mekhi Mason. A lot of people think he'll be the leading scorer, and there's some evidence to support that belief.
Transferred from Washington, averaged today under 10 points a ball game, a veteran player, a great body, not afraid to put the ball on the floor and go to the hole.
Now, American's a very different team than the one that won the Patriot League for Coach Dwayne Simpkins, the former McDonald's All-American, to DeMatha and Maryland star under Gary Williams. A lot of freshmen on this team, but here's Jones, the returner. And he's off the mark. Rebound Calmese. Here comes the Deacs. Sophomore season, Juke Harris will get himself to the free throw line for the first time tonight.
And not a good start for Jones. They need him for so many things. A wild jump shot. Good defense that time by Juke Harris. And then in transition, Harris goes down and draws the contact on Jones and will go to the free throw line.
Juke Harris had a solid freshman season. Double figures 5 times in his 31 games. In the starting lineup tonight, he only started 1 game a year ago. And now he was a great free throw shooter in high school, Stan, about 80%. But he struggled at the line last year, and he misses his first shot here tonight.
60% a season ago. But he's got the potential to have an outstanding year. He could be a 3-and-D type player, can score a lot of ways, and you saw him come out and contest that first jump shot.
Does he have the tools to be an all-ACC guy?
I think so. He'll have to shoot the ball a lot better and be more consistent, but yes, he has the opportunity.
Jones juggles the catch. Sloppy possession for American. This is Wyatt Nasadis. Julian Iturbe, son of a former Clemson standout about a couple decades ago. Omaha Ballou inside, comes up short. Now Ballou's getting the start tonight. A little surprising to not see Marcus Marion in the lineup. He is on the bench. He went through shoot around, but he's obviously not in the starting 5. Omaha did not start any games at Iowa State or last year in his limited time for Wake as Calmese comes up with a steal. Harris using his size, count it.
That's what I'm talking about being able to finish a play and be explosive. But you love the defense by Wake Forest. Trapped there. They've sped American up on all 3 possessions. Dwayne Simpkins said, we can't afford to get in a run game, but if the opportunity comes, we've got to take it. But we've got to be smart with the basketball.
Jones almost had it poked away again. Corner 3, Iturbe misfires. Mason rebounds. Here's Calmese. Omaha Ballou in rhythm. Last touch by Wake Forest.
Watching him in practice a couple of times this year, Omaha Ballou scored in transition. He'll take that shot, but there's your trap right there. Great job getting the passing lane, and this is what you like about Calmese. His ability to push the base, get the ball down the floor, and a strong finish that time by Juke Harris.
There might be a narrative throughout this season that Wake Forest doesn't have a lot of size, and it's a little bit of a lazy narrative because they're not tall, but as a team they are very long. And they're going to come up with steals, and Nate Calmese has his first 2 of the season.
Great start defensively for Wake Forest. You're exactly right there. They're not the biggest team in the ACC, but what they are, they've got length. They play hard, and there's a good decision there. I almost got it, but I love his aggressiveness that time. And Spillers
picks up the foul. Feels appropriate that it's a Washington State guy putting the Deacs up 7-0, doesn't it?
Yeah, hey, we've had a nice year with the Cougars. Pressure on the basketball there. Calmese got in the passing lane, gets to steal, and gets to score. Calmese knows a little something about Washington State, that stuff, you know. He was a good defender last year at Washington State.
Another steal for Calmese, and then he goes down, and the loose ball scooped up by Carson McDonald, who just checked into the game, and it's a reach and foul on Ballou. And here comes Marcus Marion, who redshirted a year ago. He's now a 3rd-year sophomore from Denmark. And Steve Forbes told me earlier today he took full advantage of his redshirt season. He's a connector. You need guys like that. I'm really curious to see how Marion looks this year compared to a couple seasons ago.
He won't force it. He's going to play his game, which is going to be defend, rebound, make the mid-range jump shot, be very active. See him in the post right now.
Jones passed up the three. Nice dish. McDonald up and under, and he lays it in.
Almost got the second foul on Spiller. Good job of adjusting and scoring there.
First points for American, and with a shot clock at about 26, Wake misses at the other end. And from his backside, Mayock saves possession for the Eagles. Jones, it's a block. And they're going to count the basket, I think. Yep. Roger Ayers, Joe Switzer, J.W. Lucas, our three officials.
Get back to see, does he go? Yep. Leans in there a little bit, but you saw he wasn't completely set, and gets the extension and gets the basket. If you're Wake Forest, you want to have that pace, frenetic pace, but you can't be careless. Almost got away with a bad foul a moment ago, you know, and because you're not very big, the running up and down the court, you've got to be able to secure rebounds.
See Sebastian Akins into the game, Miles Colvin as well. Akins, the sophomore from Concord, transfer from Denver, where he was the freshman of the year in the Summit League. And Akins begins his Wake Forest tenure inauspiciously with a turnover.
So normally a good ball handler. Had about 90 assists this past year at Denver. As you said, Summit League freshman of the year. Can score a lot of ways. You know, score off the drive, a good spot shooter, and they'll really ask him to be energetic on the defensive end. You see him putting pressure on the ball now.
And Miles Colvin might be the most athletic guy in this Wake Forest roster, the son of the two-time Super Bowl champion. Three ball would not fall, but Jones doing work on the glass, and he's got a chance for another three-point play. Heck of a response from the Eagles. They were behind 7-0, and after the timeout, Greg Jones Jr. will try to put American on top. Opening night at the Joel, 7-0.
Great accomplishments there, and there's another guy that's done a lot of things at other places, Dwayne Simpkins. Many people may remember him as the All-American, as the big-time player at University of Maryland, but also was an assistant coach at North Carolina Greensboro not too many years ago. And in talking to him, he said that his family loved the experience of being in this state. So congratulations to Coach Forbes, and welcome to North Carolina, Coach Simpkins. Nice guy.
So the last foul went against Marcus Marion, and Jones gives the Eagles their first lead. He's got 6 points on a pair of three-point plays. Wake Forest with Harris, Akins, Colvin, Ballou, and Marion. Colvin misses his first shot. Madden Collins grabs the rebound for the Eagles.
A little bit of a pressure, a little trap that time after the timeout by American. Rushed the shot by Wake Forest. American now under control. There's your trap again.
Nearly forcing another turnover, but that's an obvious foul call against Colvin, who takes out the Eagle from the backside.
One thing that you would have to be very concerned about if you're Wake Forest right now in this first 5 minutes almost, they're getting tempo, but some careless fouls.
To your point, that's 5 fouls in 4.5 minutes against Wake. Only 1 foul has gone against American.
And American was the best team. I know it's a year ago and the different players, but it's something to think about. #1 in the conference a year ago in free throw percentage. So got some guys that can make some plays. And this is the speed offensively I think they'd like to have, and Wake knows that, so they want to speed them up.
McDonald, freshman from Colorado, gives it back to Nasadis. Tough shot, rebounded by Harris. Here come the Deacs. Hunter Salas, Cam Hildreth, Efton Reed, no longer Deacons. And it's up to guys like Sebastian Akins to start making things happen. This guy scored in double figures 21 times last year for Denver.
Nice job that time recognizing the trap and dribbling out of it and then attacking the glass strong. You know, of those 21 times, he had 4 of those games. He had 20 or better. Had a huge game against North Dakota State early in the season in their league. So he can score the basketball, but right now I think I want to see him make good ball decisions. If the shot comes, take it, but make sure you're distributing the basketball to the right players.
Mekhi Mason back in. The foul was on Nasadis, his first. Five minutes in, we're tied at 8. Wake Forest begins the season with 2 games at home this week, both against the Eagles. The Morehead State Eagles will be here on Friday night. And then a trip to Michigan to take on the Wolverines. That's a week from tomorrow. Collins on the drive, rejected by Marion. Mason for Akins. And he'll pull it back out and reset.
Good decision that time.
Colvin to the corner. Marion met by a double, then one defender retreats, and Marion attacks, and the tip-in will fall, and that's the second bucket for Mason.
Nice job there, putting it to the glass, and Mason, who's an active rebounder, goes up and finishes strong, uses the glass, but gets it. They're quick. One thing you like about this team, too, that they're very quick leapers. 6'5", 6'6", 6'7", but they get off the floor.
And Steve Forbes mentioned that. He said what they lack in size, they make up for. They're going to be more athletic than their counterparts in the front court, he feels, more often than not. Clock winding down, and American barely realizes it. Mayock's prayer not answered. Akins looking high. My goodness! Miles Colvin, welcome to the moment. Gravity might not apply to that guy.
Oh my goodness. Welcome to the moment. Welcome to the ACC. Welcome to best. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. We have liftoff.
Akins put it up there, and Miles Colvin did the rest. I said he was athletic.
Oh, no question about it. Well, we talked about all their wings being very athletic, but a nice pass that time by Akins, and Colvin knew exactly what to do with that. That'll wake you up.
It's like a play of the season, 6.5 minutes into the season.
Yeah.
You might not see a better dunk than that all year. Oh, Calmese nearly another steal. But the loose ball finds Collins, who gets a friendly bounce on the 3.
Sprouse, who has range. Nice bounce that time, but again, trying to settle this crowd down after that fantastic dunk we saw.
Mason, he's an excellent three-point shooter, and the rebound tracked by Colvin. Going to work on Mayock.
Nice job. And they're not kidding when you're talking about athleticism. Lob, dunk, long-range jumper, kiss off the glass. Showing a lot of versatility in those wings. And continuing to come at you. I love the pace defensively.
Chris Egan kicks it out. Jeff Sprouse has been bothered by ankle issues, but he's a good shooter when he's out there. Here's Colvin with a steal. Colvin will get himself to the line. Thank goodness we get a whistle, because I want to take another look at that slam. I mean, this guy, electric.
Well, Miles Colvin obviously comes from an athletic family, but as a veteran player, was on those Purdue teams that played in the national championship 2 years ago, was on the NCAA teams. A very physical guy that can score And you've seen already his ability to make plays in the paint and also in the long range. So, you know, and here's the thing you like about him. Playing in the Big Ten, he knows how to be physical. Yeah, he can take that hit.
He's a sturdy 6'5".
No question about it.
1 for 2 at the line. Rebound from McDonald and American.
The Americans got to find a tempo that suits him. Wake Forest is coming out with so much pressure. They're taking them out of everything they want to do. Nice back cut.
Mayock, good position, can't finish. Second chance wouldn't go either. And it'll be American ball with 14 to shoot when we come back. 11:54 to go. We've already got a top 10 moment. Miles Colvin wearing Deacon jerseys. McDonald over Spillers, tough too.
Nice young player, good size there, just took his time in the post and elevated up and makes that shot.
Who do you expect to be the primary scorers for this Wake Forest team?
I think it's going to be eventually you're going to get something out of Mason. I think he's going to have to give you some points. I think Calmese scores off transition. Juke Harris is going to definitely have to step up and be that big-time scorer. And, of course, we can't do anything without Spillers.
What about Colvin?
Well, Colvin, too.
He's got 7.
I don't think you will be – this team is going to be one-player dependent or ball dependent. I think you're going to get a lot of guys involved, similar to what we saw earlier.
Spillers with his defense to steal. Ahead. Mason. Hit. Count it. And one.
Just like that. Very unselfish play. Didn't try to make the spectacular. Took it down to the width. Watch this. It starts with the defensive end. Getting the passing lane. Under control. Gives it up. And then powers inside. Takes the contact. And scores the basket. Excellent, unselfish basketball. And a good finish by Mekhi Mason.
5 turnovers for American. All 5 have been steals for Wake Forest. And now 8 points off those turnovers for the Deacs.
And one of the things that Coach Simpkins and I were talking about the other day was about transition baskets, protecting the ball, not giving Wake Forest easy offense. They've done exactly that. They've given Wake Forest a lot of great looks.
Strong take by Chris Egan, the freshman out of Charlotte Catholic.
Another one of those nice, young, powerful players that American has. Their big guys aren't maybe the fastest guys in the world, but they're very strong. They're very smart, especially from the shoulders up. They make good plays. Good inside position once again, kissed it off the glass.
Foul on Sebastian, his second. He's one of the 9 freshmen on this American team that caught fire late, beat Navy by 22 in the Patriot League championship game. School's first title in 11 years. They just all got their rings this past week.
Yeah, beat my good friend Eddie DeChellis.
Spillers explodes to the basket, and if Egan didn't prevent him from detonating, that would have been another highlight.
I think as the season goes, that you're going to see on most nights 3, maybe 4 guys averaging anywhere from 10 to about 14 points.
And you think that's a good thing, right?
I do. Because
rather than just one guy who averages 20,
no
22.
Because that means if that guy that's averaging 20, 25 isn't getting his 20, 25, what is, you know?
Well, there were occasionally Hunter Salas had those nights.
That's right. But there were very few times that you have 2 20-point players. But you can get a lot of points this way. This team can, I think, with their aggressive defense. And the fact, like I said, that they've got depth. They've got a little more depth. And they're going to use that more than they've seen in the past, I think.
Spillers goes 1 for 2, his first point.
Boy, look how active they are defensively right now, Evan. Down in defensive stance, everybody's moving.
Can they close out the possession with a stop? Jones fakes it, takes the 3. Rebound, Spillers, his second board.
Yes.
Calmese pushing the pace. Juke Harris for 3. And Jones grabs another rebound for American. Sadis puts his head down, gets to the rack, can't finish. Pinball ball finds Jones, finds himself open. And the Eagles just 1 of 8 from deep. Deacons 0 for 4 from beyond the arc. Spillers to the basket.
Kept moving.
Look out.
Everybody just kept moving. You make the ball fake off the cut, and here we go. It's going to fake the cut, kept it strong, kept it low, and watch this, boom. There was no doubt in his mind what he was doing with that play. That's just good, and everybody was moving out the basketball. Post wasn't clogged. Spillers has got to like that, and that's a great read also. I love more than anything right now. You know, you would love to dunk, yeah, but the activity of this Wake Forest basketball team. Everybody's engaged. Everybody's down defensive stance. And that's what he reached.
Yeah. Calmese went up in the air, which was a mistake.
Right.
And then prevented Sprouse from going by him by grabbing him on the arm. And that's 7 team fouls in less than 11 minutes, so 1 and 1 here for Sprouse.
You don't want him to foul. And like you said, you want to keep your feet. But because you have a little depth and you're beginning to work on extra depth on this team, he can get down and play hard like that. More times than not, he's going to force a turnover, speed them up, as American has dealt with all game long.
Jeff Sprouse from Pembroke Pines, Florida. Made 6 threes in the first 4 tournament game last year. Still was not enough. American lost to Mount St. Mary's in the first 4 in Dayton. 6-point game. Shot clock at 10. Mekhi Mason gives it up. Ballou fires. Rebound tip to Collins.
Ballou made 5 of those last season in sparing time.
Sadis cuts the deficit in half with a 3.
When you talk about this guy, Sadis, they say tough. Looks for a physical game. Not afraid to play the point at some point in time, but definitely would take the long-range jumper. That was a good look.
Calmese hasn't looked for his shot too much so far. Lost it on the way to the rim. Numbers for the Eagles. Sadis, same spot, and this game is tied.
They talked about some of the big shots he made down the stretch in the Patriot League tournament. You've seen back-to-back shots by Wyatt Sadis. And 8-14, I'll put it in the present. It goes back to what he told me about Sadis. Took big shots. They made big plays when they had to, especially as you got down to tournament time and winning that. This is a team that's not going to go away. You know, Wake's yet to make a 3. They've had some exciting plays, but they haven't made a 3. And they've handled American the last couple of possessions, the pressure that Wake's put on them. Only 5 turnovers. Not a good foul there.
Goes against Collins.
You know, I think that this American team will be better as the season goes on, very similar to what happened last year. And they had a stretch where they played North Carolina with a couple of guys out. Carolina, you know, Wally mopped them about 35, 40 points. And then they lost a 7 or 8 point ball game over at High Point. We saw what High Point did last year. But they got better and better down the stretch and made the plays they had to make.
High Point gave Miles Colvin's Purdue Boilermakers a run for their money in the first round of the tournament.
That's exactly right. That's what I'm saying.
Juke makes a pair. Double team in the corner and deflected out of bounds by Marion.
Yeah, Americans got to recognize that Wake Forest is trying to trap them in the corner and take away that first pass, which is going to probably be a cutter. So they're going to have to be strong with the basketball, maybe look for the skip pass or try to kick it back out and reverse it the other way. Make Wake Forest have to be a moving team. Can't let them clamp down.
Big hedge of the screen.
There you go, see?
Here's Collins, kept his foot over Harris. Rebound deflected, and it bounces to Juke. Quickly ahead for Akins. Sebastian Akins. They're going to wave it off. Crowd wants them to count it.
Coach Forbes wants them to count it.
What do you think?
I think it happened on the floor.
It's going to be 2 shots, no basket.
See, there's your foul. Or should have been, yeah.
This was a little bit of a foul, but Akins did more push-off than getting fouled.
True.
They called it on Nacedas. It's his second. We talked about this a lot last year, Stan. The bottom line.
Oh, God, you expect me to remember that?
With the Deacons last year, if they made more threes, they would have been dancing.
Yeah.
And it started on the opening night last year against Coppin.
It is, and it was so funny because we had a chance to watch the women's games, and they were missing shots, and we said, well, it'll get better, it'll get better. It did. Wake Forest shot poorly all year long. Last in the ACC in three-point baskets made last year.
3rd worst in the country.
Yes.
353rd out of 355.
28% from the 3 line. I mean, that's...
And yet, so the point I wanted to make, there's, in the opener last year, Wake was 13 of 19 from 2 and 9 of 37 from 3. Forbes' team tonight, 0 for 5 from 3, 9 for 12 from 2.
Funny thing about that game, I guess that was Coppin State, right?
Yeah.
Coppin State, 37 attempts. They took 25 or more three-point opportunities only 7 times last year. So, like you said, 19.6 three-point attempts a season ago, and everything else was downhill. But I think that the style of play this year is going to open up the opportunity for them to make more threes. Look at that, 5.6. You make a few threes.
Good news for American, that was a dead ball turnover compared to the previous 5 giveaways that had been live ball steals.
And those are okay for them. Gets back on defense.
Spillers again, detonates at the rim.
And Turbay made a good decision because he reached and then pulled his hand away at the last moment. He knew he was beat. I like that little set right there by Wake Forest. Get the ball up high post and let them go hard to the basket.
It's becoming a dunk contest for Tre'Von Spillers if he keeps catching it at the top of the key. 1-on-1. Iturbe can't connect. Rebound for Akins. Colvin recovers in the corner. Pulls it back out. Akins pulls up. Rebound McDonald. Under 6 to play in the first half in a 6-point game. American hanging in this thing. They've made 3 threes compared to Wake's none. And that's a hip check on Marcus Marion, his 2nd personal foul. Here's the latest Spillers slam.
Similar to the last play, except that time he does it with 2 hands.
It looked like an instant replay of the previous play.
Yeah. And because he has the ability to make that mid-range jump shot, free throw line area, you've got to come up and contest it. He's quick enough and handles well enough, he can go right by you, and you can see finish with authority.
Harris was too tight on Collins and picks up his 2nd personal. It's the 8th team foul of the half, 1-and-1 here for American.
And although you have depth, and you have a lot of guys that can do similar things, you just don't want to pick up the cheap foul. Marion picks his foul up with 11 seconds left on the shot clock. This foul was earlier, but still just that reaching. Just be disciplined. Move your feet, move your hands. Keep your eyes on the basketball. Be smart with what you're doing. Things will work out for you. Don't reach.
So Madden Collins, who's the godson of the great Don Staley.
Yep.
His parents played at Temple. His mother played for Don Staley at Temple, and his mom, Ari, is now the director of operations for the Gamecocks. Hey, one more point on the 3-point shooting. We brought up last year. Did not mention that in 2 exhibition games, Wake shot better than 50% from 3. 31 for 60 in 2 games against ECU and ETSU over the past couple weeks.
Beat ECU by about 30, I think.
Yep.
Beat East Tennessee by about 20. So, yeah.
Is this the time? No, sir. Miles Colvin comes up empty. Looked good out of his hand, though.
We've seen a lot of those tonight. See him slow the pace down. Mekhi one-on-one. Is he going to double or not?
Double comes from Ballou. Excellent ball movement. Jones was the open man, and he can't make Wake Forest pay for the slow rotation. This ball's really popping around. Spillers to Ballou for another two-hand stuff.
Well, we talked about it earlier, the fact that they moved the basketball, and Coach Forbes talked about how much they enjoy passing the ball, being unselfish, and getting the easy shot. Watch this pass. Dribble one time, find it inside, an extra pass, and the finish by Omaha Ballou.
Making his first start tonight since he was a senior at Waukee High School in Iowa. McDonald's All-American coming out of Waukee High.
He's trimmed down a little bit over the summer. Really put in some work. A lot quicker. Saddled with a few injuries last season. Never really kind of found a rhythm.
Calmese with another theft. 3-on-1. Look out!
You already know.
Wake Forest pressure leading to fast break opportunities. Mason to Spillers again.
Well, you don't need to shoot a lot of threes when you're getting dunks. I'll take 2 in excitement.
He's 4 for 4. He's got 4 dunks.
And more pressure on the basketball. 25, 30 feet away.
Out of bounds off Wake Forest. Take a deep breath, everybody. Tre'Von Spillers, 2. You got to rest when you fly that high.
Good defense, getting in passing lanes, being unselfish and making passes. Calmese steals and scores in the passing lane. Watch Spillers take it down, throw it down. Bam, get the foul 3-point play. Being able to play defense and then making something special happen on the other end is a very good thing. And if you're Wake Forest, you got to love what's happened. They've got 8 fast break points off steal and score. They're going to get some more, too. This is a great job defensively, turning offense into defense back to offense.
Clock winding down. Sadis's prayer doesn't catch anything. Oh, the putback almost goes in. Flipped over the head by Sebastian. Omaha Ballou looking to add to the Wake Forest lead, which currently stands at 11.
Good decision that time by Omaha. Could have been easy to jack one up.
Mekhi Mason, too strong. Deacons stay silent from deep, but it'll be Wake ball.
Coach Forbes talked about it. We've talked about it a lot, but 8 assists so far for Wake Forest on 13 made field goals. And again, Evan, like you said, still no 3-point baskets made. But again, you're getting dunks and steals. I'll take that.
Calmese triggers the inbounds. Mason tries again. Yes, sir!
Off the inbounds under. Mekhi Mason had 53 threes a season ago as a Washington Husky.
At a 40% clip. There's another steal for Calmese. Mason, Spillers!
Steal, score, dunk. I just talked about it a second ago. You didn't believe me.
12 straight points for Wake Forest. Feels like Calmese has 25 steals. He actually only has 3. That's the goaltend on Colvin.
There's your trap. There's your trap. Get it up there and push it up there. And again, Spiller's having a wonderful percentage, I'm telling you.
Steve Forbes frustrated with that execution. Roger Ayers, meanwhile, having a conversation with us here courtside. It's great to see Roger again. He is as good as it gets in college basketball officiating. And we get him for game one. I'm sure he's done like 40 exhibition games the last 20 days. But he usually does something like 100 games in 110 days.
He's got your schedule.
Yeah, right. We're 132 days away from Selection Sunday, and I bet Roger works all but 10 of those days. I mean he goes crazy.
Let me tell you what. If we could get that done for basketball, I'd take that.
I'm sure you would.
I'd take that. I mean, come on. What am I doing in the summer?
Play a lot of golf at nice courses.
Well, if you do a lot of games, you can't play a lot.
A 12-point game after Jones makes a pair. He's got 8. And there's a steal for Sprouse. Numbers for American. Oh, and a steal for Spillers. Another bad pass. Spillers. Well, it wasn't a dunk, but it finds Ballou. Kick out. Mason. Yes, sir.
Folks, I'm telling you what. This is unselfish basketball. Players ready to step up and make plays. You got to enjoy this. You got to love what you're seeing out of Wake Forest right now. There's a trap again.
To answer, Jones comes up short. Mason all of a sudden has 13. Spillers has 11. Wake's lead is 15. Colvin got the dunk party started. And Calmese has had some nice passes, and Ballou denies him an assist there. Would have been his 5th dime if Ballou had converted. Nice backdoor. Oh, Pete Carrill would be proud.
Yes, he would. Nice post backdoor. Bam, score.
Wake Forest now charged to 25. Tre'Von Spillers. That's his 2nd.
Watch this. Inner. Dribble away. Second guy stands, and bam, there you go.
Matt Mayock, now a junior. All-Patriot League rookie team 2 years ago. Final minute of the first half. Calmese, nice dribble. Comes up short. Rebound Mayock. Ahead Sprouse. Ballou back to pick him up. Cade Sebastian. Thought he had a lane to the bucket. Instead find Jones, who's turned away by Ballou. Sprouse straight away. Deep 3.
Good defensive effort stopping the basketball in transition. Nice block by Ballou, but you kick back and you got a guy like Sprouse, who was a leading three-point shooter returning for this team, knocked down a nice 3, a needed 3 for the Eagles of American.
Game clock and shot clock just about in sync. Wake shooting 53% overall in this first half. And that percentage will rise as Ballou lays it in. 3/4 court for Jones over the backboard. And that's how the first.
I'm ready for basketball now. You wait for October 15th, people have already had exhibitions and stuff. So it's a different day, but the game is still fun to watch, play or call. Now, Wake Forest did a great job in speeding up.
Speaking of speeding up,
yeah.
Greg Jones.
Speeding American up, but we didn't hear much out of Jones. That time he decided to take it right to the hole. And for American to get back in this game, we mentioned the 10 turnovers. They've got to value the basketball. And if Wake's going to trap them, they've got to attack that trap.
What did you think of Calmese in the first half?
I thought he did a great job of being a floor general, not looking to score, but looking to get others involved.
Spillers denied the dunk and the bucket.
There's nice space in there to let your post go one-on-one. Just not able to finish that time.
Tough rebound inside for Iturbe. American, the Patriot League champions a season ago. 9 new freshmen, true freshmen.
Recognize clock.
It's not what Dwayne Simpkins drew up. The only good news is it's not a shot clock violation, it's a jump ball, which means the Deacons get it this time, but the next jump ball goes to the Eagles. That's the very small silver lining to that possession.
Yeah.
You got the arrow back.
You're just being nice about it. It was a turnover. Okay? It's a turnover. And against Wake Forest, the way they're playing tonight, you can ill afford to have empty possessions.
Spillers hands off Calmese to the corner. Harris, rise and fire for 3.
And that was the beginning of the play we've seen a couple of times with Spiller keeping it at the high post and taking it to the hole. That time you keep it, look for the weak side shooter, and he's ready to knock it down.
Nasadis answers.
I like him. I really like him.
He's giving you plenty to like tonight. Third 3 for Wyatt Nasadis, the sophomore from Traverse City.
Like him
Mekhi
too.
Mason.
I like him too.
He's got 16 now. Deacons have hit their last 4 threes after starting 0 for 7.
You talked about Mason being a scorer. Had 14 games last year in double figures, and a big game against them Cornhuskers in Nebraska with 23. So he can score, and he's showing it tonight.
Mason the steal, and he will have the easy deuce in transition. 18 now for Mekhi Mason in his Wake Forest debut. His 99th career college basketball game. He's new, but he's no freshman. Ten to shoot for American. Matt Mayock working on Omaha Blue. Knocks it in.
It's going to be a good one. He's going to be a good one.
All of a sudden, it's a shootout. Back and forth we go. Each team has 8 points in the first 3 minutes here in the second half. Harris can't connect that time. Rebound deflected to Sprouse. Nasadis with a head of steam going glass.
Boy, very impressed with Nasadis' ability to score from the outside and then take it in powerful and score. He was a football player in high school and had some offers, but he can be a dangerous player. And then there can be a little more aggressive defensively. There's contact. Watch this, watch this. You get the defensive flat, pushing ahead. And just didn't have the dunk in and then lay up, and then here we go. What do you notice about this? Both teams are running, and they're running hard, and they're trying to finish plays. If you coast in this basketball game tonight, you're going to be left. You're going to be on the bench. You got to get back on defense. You got to try to finish a play.
Calmese dribble handoff for Mason. 10 to shoot. Spiller screen. Calmese inside. Back out. Great look. Didn't go in, but that's the elite shot selection that Steve Forbes was talking about off the fine ball movement. Still, the possession ends with a turnover, and Nasadis had that shot to cut it to 7.
Americans still hanging around.
And they're not going away.
And they're slowing this thing down. They've done a better job handling pressure. Nice look.
McDonald can't finish, and Ballou with a tough rebound through the contact.
Didn't expect the defender to be there and hang around that long. Threw him off stride.
Marion's going to check in next whistle. We're also going to get a timeout next whistle. Calmese tips his rebound to the corner. Mason in and out. Harris on the glass. Back up. And free throws will come after the timeout. Back and forth we go. Wake started the second half hot. Now has missed their last 4 shots. And it's a 10-point game. Those are the simple facts on the left side of your screen. Only the Houston Cougars, the Duke Blue Devils, and the St. Mary's Gales have won more home games since the start of the 21-22 season than the Demon Deacons of Wake Forest. They're 61-10 at the Joel since the start of that campaign. 29 ACC home wins in that span, third most in the league in the last 4 seasons. Out of the timeout, it's Juke Harris at the line.
You saw that graphic a second ago. None of those places, none of those places are easy places to play. Take my word, 2 of them I know real well. And Houston, oh.
What's the best college basketball atmosphere you personally have ever experienced?
My goodness. Well,
Sebastian for 3?
Can't go wrong in the Joel when they're hopping. Okay, a tie-dye day.
You're just pandering to the locals
well,
now.
Of course I'm not going to tell a lie, but you go to Durham. That's always special. Allen Fieldhouse. When they're excited, they're going to go, rock, chalk, jay, that's always special. I tell you somewhere that was nice, but I was so cold it didn't matter. I was going to Bloomington, go to Assembly Hall. Well, Assembly Hall now is something another something there, but that's and then you can never ever go wrong. And I'm gonna tell you what, I'm gonna be very honest with you. I go there a lot, and it never gets old to me. Going to the Greensboro Coliseum.
Okay. Iturbe for 3.
He's been looking for a shot. He's had some good looks and not able to get one.
Spillers to Harris down the alley. And 1.
What a great find. But we just finished talking about it. You got to run. Watch this. Takes it down, flips, and Juke is running right to the basket. Catch, concentrate, score, yell, and everybody's happy. This is such a nice play. This is beautiful basketball to me. Unselfish. You're in the paint. I would have shot probably in the paint. He gives it up, and you get a possible 3-point play. And this is just good for the team. It's good for the environment. You're talking about a tough place to play. It makes it even harder to play at Wake Forest. It plays like that.
15 assists on 21 field goals now for Wake Forest, and 3 assists for Tre'Von Spillers, who averaged less than 1 a game a year ago. Chance for another steal, swarming on the baseline, but it's Iturbe with a nice Euro step.
That's a nice move. Looking like his dad.
Aiken slices to the rim. Tip won't go. And who's the foul on? Is this going to be a shooting foul? I think it is. I think they got Iturbe. So Aikens has been battling. He's got 3 free throws. He's missed his first couple field goal attempts. He does have 3 rebounds, 2 assists in just 6 minutes off the bench. We're talking about balance in the first half, and I agree with you that there could be 3-4 guys that average between 10 and 14 points, but there are a bunch of guys on this team who have gone off for 25, 30 plus in a game.
In their careers, yes, they have. And you like that. So what that tells me, if you do it here too, is that you're willing to give up yourself for the team. And if you work hard on your offensive sets, and they've done it, if you play good defense, there are going to be enough shots for you. And there are going to be some nights when you're going to be the person who gets all the good looks. And there are going to be some nights when it's not going to fall for you, but you keep playing. I love how this team is connected right now. Ooh.
Aikens called for the reach. While Calmese and Mason are both seniors in their final year of eligibility, Aikens just a sophomore. You never know, but he could be here for a bit. Oh, nice backdoor again, and that's a foul on Baloo.
And I think they called that last foul a moment ago that we thought was on Akins. I think they called that on Blue also.
You're right. Now he's picked up a second and third in a very short amount of time. I wonder if they could go back, because I really thought the foul was on Akins.
I did
in.
too.
So Nacedis at the line. You know, Calmese and Mason, it's interesting. They're both from Gilbert, Arizona. They both played a season at the University of Washington, but they weren't at UW together. Calmese was at Wazoo last year when Mason was at Washington after playing a couple of years at Rice. And they didn't know each other that well. They came on a recruiting visit as transfers at the same time, and they committed the same night at dinner with Coach Forbes together.
Good vibe.
So you would think they're a package deal because they both are from Gilbert, Arizona, but different paths to get to this point where they're together here in Winston-Salem. Colvin on the attack.
Oh!
Pretty move, but could not finish. American trying to put some good possessions together and get this down to 6-8 points or so. Jones defended pretty well by Harris until the whistle bails out Jones. It's on the reacher, Marcus Marion.
Okay, take a look at the body. Gets the basketball, so there's the reach, and see that left, see that, I guess that's his right leg, isn't it? The right leg, see the right leg there? Just a little bit. Didn't mean to. If he'd have missed the basketball, he wouldn't have fouled it.
Number 2 on Marcus Marion. Nacedis tipped his own miss back up and in.
Wyatt Nacedis just continues to go inside and look for physical play. Nice little mid-range. You missed or fouled his shot.
And Wake a little too quick, turns it over. Nacedis career high 15 points. He averaged just 3 points per game a season ago.
Now, if you're Wake Forest, you're having a lot of success pressuring the basketball. Right now, Americans seem to kind of find a little bit of an answer. Don't get careless. Just don't keep worrying about the excitement play. Just keep playing hard. Good things will happen for you. And if you're American right now, this is your chance. Cut this lead, get it under 10.
They've just been too loose with a dribble too many times. Akins looking high. Steve Forbes did not like the choice. And he sends Calmese to the scorer's table. And when we come back, the Deacons will have a new point guard. 10-point game. 11:57 to play. Mekhi Mason leading the way with 18. Juke Harris with 12. Those two have half of Wake Forest 60. You also got Spillers in double figures with 11. Most of those on slam dunks. 10-point game, 11:57 to play. Here on opening night, it is really great to be back inside the Joel Coliseum.
It is. It really is. Those three guys combined for 15 of 23. Shooting the basketball. That's the unselfishness. That's the team that we're talking about. Everybody just playing basketball, playing hard. It's fun to play.
I appreciate you doing the math on that.
I appreciate it was right.
Calmese knocked it away again. He may or may not get credited with the steal, but he has wreaked havoc defensively in a variety of ways that the stats don't always measure. And he's had some good passes too. Spillers scores. Calmese with his 8th assist of the night.
Continue to move the basketball, move people, and excellent body control by Spillers for the easy basket.
They did give him the steal, by the way. He's got 5 steals, 8 assists. Corner 3, Cade Sebastian missed it short. As active as Tre'Von Spillers is, it's hard to believe that was just his 4th board. Colvin stays with it. And then Mason keeps it alive. Spillers again, great position, and that could have been the 9th assist, but instead the foul on Sprouse.
That's his 2nd personal team foul. Number 6, Greg Jones Jr. And Wyatt Nasitis.
There have been a couple possessions, just sitting back watching and thinking, it looks like they've got 6 guys on the floor. I mean, they're trapping every place. They're getting in the passing lane. They're getting in the help passing lane, too. I mean, it's just like they've really been active.
Colvin can't connect from the corner. Loose ball picked up by American. Iturbe for Nasitis. That was halfway down, too. Spillers puts his head down once again and will get his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the night.
And there's got to be a point, and that time is dwindling for Dwayne Simpkins, is he's got to get his team to control the tempo. You can do that defensively by getting stops. You can do that offensively, obviously, by scoring. But he's got to be able to string together 2 or 3 possessions where it's successful for American. That means scoring the basketball, getting a stop or something. Otherwise, they're going to run out of time, and the fatigue factor also has to come in.
Question for you. Their leading returning scorer, Greg Jones, 33% three-point shooter a year ago, 0 for 5 from 3 tonight. Are you thinking, all right, it's not my night, I got to get to the basket, or are you trying to break the seal from 3?
I'm trying to get a basket, yes. And sometimes maybe getting that layup, but they've defended him well. He's had a couple of shots that rimmed out and 1 or 2 that were really ugly. So, again, that's what I'm talking about. They've sped him up a little bit.
Nasitis doing work to this Deacon defense.
I like him.
He's got 17. Mason with a head of steam. Spillers missed the dunk.
This could be your chance for cutting this lead if you're American. Let's say the season high last year was 10 against Loyola.
Collins fell down, and Spillers reached in. It's his 3rd personal.
Wake Forest foul. It's charged to 25. Tre'Von Spillers. That's his 3rd.
If he didn't reach in, I don't know what Collins would have done.
And see, that's what I'm saying. Just everything is your way. You've got the offensive player at a disadvantage right now. Just stay down, play D. Don't reach. You need those fouls.
Wet spot. Mayock fell down, and Rogers going to blow the whistle. That's a veteran official right there, recognizing the situation and stopping the game to get the court dry and make the parquet safe. And he's chatting up the fans in the first row. I mean, you get a first row ticket, you get a great view of the game, and you get to talk with America's favorite referee pretty much all game long. He could have a talk show. Jones still 0 from deep. Colvin's pass almost stolen, but Spillers stays with it. Mekhi Mason says, why not? And it's Colvin who comes up for the rebound.
Oh, great hustle.
And he knocks down the 3.
Great hustle rewarded. Stayed on the play, long rebound, battles for it. Defense slacks up for just a second. He says, it takes me a second. You don't understand.
First 3 for Miles after missing his first 3 attempts from deep. Collins fouled by Calmese, I think. Nope. They're giving it to Spillers, and that's Tre'Von's 4th, and he is headed to the bench.
That's his fourth. Team foul number 5.
I can hear Steve Forbes post-game talking about we need to guard without fouling. I mean, that's going to be one of the first things he says. He's going to talk about he liked the energy, he liked the effort, he liked the passing, liked the defensive aggressiveness, getting hands in there for steals. Juke Harris. And he liked the relentless pursuit of offensive rebounds. Wake has 13 of them so far tonight. Take it back. That was number 12. Still, the point stands. These types of plays, on the other hand, not in Forbes' wheelhouse. And that transition defense left something to be desired.
Don't be careless right now. Almost 8 minutes remaining to play. Play smart. Protect the basketball. You don't have to have the home runs every second, every possession.
6 points for Carson McDonald in his debut. Nate Calmese knocks down his first 3 of the year.
Not seen him take a lot of jumpers and knock those in, but again, Calmese, a very formidable shooter, knocked down 41 on his career last season.
Tough
and a good answer back.
Yeah, tough turnaround by Jeff Sprouse.
Sprouse is going to have a nice season, too. You look at this American team, you're more and more impressed with them. Remember what they said, they'll be better. They'll be better in December than they are now.
It's a great look. Wake's had a lot of good looks that just have not fallen. Forbes looking up to the wilderness right now, wondering why that didn't go in. But there's defensive hustle from Mekhi Mason. 15 steals for the Demon Deacon defense tonight.
Now you run your secondary and you get a basket.
Mason, no look. Harris for 2.
I'm impressed. I'm very impressed with this well-oiled machine right now offensively. Kept the ball moving. It didn't stand around. Nobody trying to go one-on-one. You got an extra pass, a good shot, and you got to find a better shot.
And 2 shots coming here for Carson McDonald. But first, we'll get ourselves a timeout. Foul was on Colvin. Deacons lead is 16.
We've talked about it all night long. It's worth repeating. Going from defense to offense, taking the ball down and getting a high percentage shot. Wake Forest has outscored American 28-12 on points off turnovers. And one of the reasons they're getting the ball in great spots, pushing the ball down the floor. Everybody just laying out right now. Great hands, not messing around, just pushing it down the floor and then being in attack mode. Attack, attack, attack. And if you do that, great things happen. The Deacs looking really good on the defensive end, which makes the offense even easier.
American with 16 turnovers, 15 of which have been Wake Forest steals. And hey, remember when we said that the foul should have gone to Nate Calmese instead of Tre'Von Spillers?
Yes.
They changed it and gave it to Calmese, which means Spillers has 3 fouls and not 4.
And he returns. You mean they listen to us? They're wonderful.
Just the second on Calmese. They should ask us our opinion more often.
I'm telling you. Everybody's in mid-season form, then the officials are listening to us. We were right.
All right, 14-point game, less than 7 to play. Folks who have followed Wake Forest basketball in recent years know that winning is important, but style points this time of year aren't just style points. They matter in the metrics and the efficiencies that go into the quad nonsense that permeates all of college hoops in the months ahead. Offensive foul on Mason. So that's just to say, if you're Wake, you're 20.5-point favorites coming into this game. You still have a lot of work to do, not just to get the win, but to do what the metrics are expecting you to do.
I don't know about all that numbers stuff. Which
It matters.
Yeah, well, it does. It don't matter to me because I just want to try to call a good game and hope whoever wins.
Collins for 3.
But I will tell you this: Wake Forest needs to just settle in and be efficient. Make free throws, no turnovers. Don't give up any loose plays like that.
Colvin, big ambitions.
See, that's what I'm talking about. You don't need the home run. I like the idea, but understand time and score.
Follow won't go for Sebastian. 2 great looks for American. Harris looking high. And another dunk through the hands of a Demon Deacon. It was Mason that missed it this time.
Trust me when I tell you what I tell you.
Look out. Collins missed the 3. That would have cut it to 8.
We've got a couple highlights plays. We got something we can look at. Just be efficient, score, okay? I love the attack that Colvin had. I mean, I'm not mad at it, but I'm mad at it because he did it when he did it and it didn't work. Does that make sense?
Step back 3. Calmese knocks down another.
Huge basket. Good timeout by Steve Forbes.
Why do you like that timeout?
Get his team back under control. All the things we finished talking about. Mad about a call, keep the intensity right there. You're up 14.
From Washington State, although this is his 4th school. He was at Lamar.
Yep.
And then Washington, and then Wazoo, and now to the East Coast for the first time. Not bad opening night for Nate. 8-8-5.
Can't say he hadn't seen the country, right?
That's why we played at 8 o'clock. 7 o'clock Central, 5 Pacific.
Yeah,
He's ready for it.
He's ready to rock and roll. Ooh, almost got that.
McDonald takes advantage. They're going to call an offensive foul and wave it off.
Very good. Nice job by Mason. Not afraid to take the hits. A former Big Ten guy. Overplayed the passing lane, doesn't get it. Stays there, holds his position. That's an easy call. Above the restricted circle.
Yeah, it's a nice job.
They're going to challenge that because I'm not sure if all feet are there, or are they not challenging this?
Well, this is a new thing in college basketball this year. They can have a coach's challenge.
Yeah. You have to have a timeout. Yep.
Now, this is interesting because if you're standing up and your heels are above the line but not on it, you are clear of the restricted area.
And so this is you get a chance to finally see the challenge rule in place.
You must have a timeout to challenge a call, 1 per game. If you're successful, you get a second. I'm excited to see if his heels were indeed out of the restricted area.
Okay. His heel.
Yeah, see how he's standing up on his tippy toes?
Yeah.
That was to make sure his heels weren't on the line, and I think he was successful. I mean, because his toes are well outside. His heels are close.
His heel is on the line.
But it's above it. It's not touching it. And there's a...
All right, here we go. Well, we can't see it. We can't see it from this angle.
Tilt down. Silly cameraman following the guy slashing to the basket,
Shocking.
not focusing on the feet.
On the feet.
I'm just kidding. Our camera crew is the best. I'd be surprised if this gets overturned.
But when I look at that angle, I wasn't sure if she was established a defensive position, a guarding position.
Here we go.
He might have been blocked.
Successful. How about that? Forget what I said. I'm 0 for 1, and I think I'm done speculating for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Or at least the rest of the night.
On further review, I mean, he's not going to play with his tiptoes. I don't know. It's over with. They've established, they've called it. Let's keep
missed the free throw, but still a huge challenge.
Yes.
Takes a foul away from McDonald, gives him the bucket. 10 points for McDonald in his Eagles debut. Back to a 12-point game.
Nice use of that challenge by Coach Simpkins. Good movement there off the high screen.
Clean catch and fire, but Colvin now 1 for 5 from deep.
Now, if you're Wake Forest, you can't let up on the defensive end. You can use some clock. I don't care about highlight dunks anymore. I don't care about all of those stuff. If you're American, you've got to find ways. There you go. That's a defense.
Blocked from behind by
And a
Colvin.
foul.
It looked like he was beat off the dribble, but he was just setting it all up.
That, my friend, is what an athlete looks like. Watch this. You beat off the bounce. He says, I'll meet you at the rim.
Now, Stan Van Gundy said something the other day that I'd like to echo. I would love to be able to jump that high just one time and see what it feels like.
Just to be able to hit the backboard like that. Well, you know.
That'd be a trampoline.
Never stop dreaming. You never know.
The problem is then you have to land.
That's for certain.
So Mason at the line, closing in on 20 points in his first game as a Deac. He's also got 9 rebounds and 3 assists to go with it.
But you saw right there an example of one of the problems Wake could have against bigger basketball teams. Is not the true rim protector, but he did a great job of being an athlete and coming from the backside and getting the blocks. So just something you think about.
Yeah, we haven't mentioned Wake Forest's tallest player.
Nice back cut.
12-point game again. The junior transfer from Valparaiso, Cooper Schwieger, who's recovering from what Steve Forbes said was a nasty ankle sprain. He was moving around and shoot around doing non-contact work today. Deacons are hopeful to get him back from Michigan, but they are uncertain about his status for the near future. He's going to be an important player for them.
I think so.
Similar background to Jake LaRavia, who came from the Missouri Valley and obviously has done pretty well for himself.
And you know, you talk about, you watch that block by Colvin, he had 396 blocks on his career at Valpo. So there's that guy that can be that rim protector. And can you imagine if you got a true rim protector, how much more pressure you can put on the basketball if you're Wake Forest?
Spillers has made that move a bunch tonight.
Nice.
Finishes softly with a right hand this time. 3:20 to play. Plenty of Demon Deacons with pretty nice stat lines right now. 4 Deacs in double figures, led by Mekhi Mason's 20. He's also got 9 boards, and then you got Nate Calmese, 8 points, 9 assists, 5 steals. Only 8 Deacons have played, but 7 of the 8 have scored. And Trey Spillers now has 18.
Ties his 18, ties his career high at Wake Forest. So a lot of nice things happening. Back cut. I love the fact that they're able to get the back cuts. Wake Forest was doing a great job of taking the trap away, and they were able to get the cut. And finally, Americans been able to take advantage of, not that time though, but American. There you go.
Now he's got 20.
Yeah, there you go. That's a great job of beating the pressure. One on the side, one in the middle, one over the top. Finish the play. America won't see pressure this tight, I doubt, the rest of the season. You know, maybe George Washington will give it to him, but you know, in a couple of days in that game. But hadn't seen GW, but they've done a nice job in handling pressure. And at times, Wake Forest just kind of overwhelmed them athletically. But I think if you're an American Eagle fan over there at Bender Arena, you're going to like this basketball team. They're going to get better. Because Jones has not had a big scoring night tonight.
No. 0 for 6 from 3.
For?
It's 11 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. So
yeah,
done other things, but look, he's
3
for 5 from 2 and 0 for 6 from 3. A couple of those shots go in, it's a different story.
And the Sadis has really been, to me, the offensive bright spot for this team. Scoring a lot of tough baskets. That's a good decision. That's why that timeout I thought was so important. Settle them down. Let's just be efficient. Run the clock, get some baskets, make your free throws, test your passes.
Mason with 5 to shoot. Over Sebastian. American down 15 with 2:04 to go. Miles Colvin smiled after Roger Ayers had a little message for him. I mean, Roger is the epitome of being in control of the game as an official and not taking yourself too seriously and enjoying your job.
Life is short, better enjoy it.
Mason just got the double-double. Calmese now has got 10 points. He needs an assist for a double-double.
That's where you're going to love Calmese. His ability to explode past a defender and elevate and finish his score.
There's 2 guys from Washington and Washington State. Might have been 2 more good portal finds for the whisperer that is Steve Forbes. Calmese's 3rd personal. Steve Forbes disagrees. He disagreed calmly for a moment.
We got thinking about it.
But not completely.
You know, the one thing, too, about the guys that have come in, they're veteran players. They had success. An all-conference someplace, a freshman of the year type thing. They were able to score. So you bring in some experience along with a good bit of ability. It makes for a good mix. And these are some guys that can shoot, are willing to shoot.
Harris, tough shot.
There you go.
Gets the bounce.
Yeah. Going to be a tremendous open court player. His ability to slash to the basket.
Nasadis now up to 19 points, and Dwayne Simpkins takes a timeout. 15-point game, 58.7 to play. Wake Forest on their way to an opening night victory. Wake Forest basketball looking to finish off this opening night win and improve to 6-0 in season openers under Steve Forbes. Stan, before we leave the air, I'd like you to tell me who you think was Wake's player of the game tonight. And it's not an easy choice. It's not an obvious choice.
That's why I said woo.
Mason's probably the favorite, 20 and 10, but Calmese's defense leading to the offense. Spillers was energy.
Spillers gave you some energy plays, and I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. It's early in the season. I ain't going to make any enemies.
Look out. Juke Harris. Here we go.
I'm going to keep my friends alive. All of them were player of the game.
No.
Yes, my vote. I'll give it to you. I'll give it. Welcome to the conference. Welcome to Wake Forest. Mr. Mason. And keep playing if you're American. There you go.
Final score is going to be 88-74. Calmese almost had other ideas, but